If you know, you know. Now, we all know Roy Jones is hand down the most gifted fighter of all time. No one beats Roy Jones in his prime, and he's arguably the greatest of all time. You could make a case for Roy Jones being the greatest of all time easy. And if you don't know that, my friend, then you must have forgot how much of a beast Roy Jones was. Roy was definitely the most gifted fighter of all time, and he's just a freak of nature. That being said, on the list that came out that had the greatest 25 fighters of the past 25 years, they had Golovkin on it. So you know the list was biased. And they had Roy, I believe, ranked number 7. Now, obviously, Floyd Mayweather and his accomplishments put him number 1. But Roy has to be top 3, period, on anybody list. Especially for the past 25 years. Are you kidding me? Roy Jones was fighting during the era when Tyson was still fighting, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Floyd Mayweather, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, even Prince Nassim Hamed, Barrera, Morales, Marquez, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley. All these fighters were in their prime. Tony. And we saw what Roy Jones did to James Toney. And that was an elite fighter. And Roy Jones made him look like a nobody. So it ain't that he didn't fight nobody. It's just that he made him look like a nobody. So that being said, Roy Jones arguably could be on that number 1 spot. So for the people that made the list, they should be ashamed of themselves. And obviously they had Golovkin on the list. So it's obviously biased. That being said, Roy Jones came out and gave his thoughts on the Errol Spence versus Porter fight. Now, he stated that he didn't watch the whole fight, so he didn't really give his takes on the fight. However, he stated that he's going to go back and watch the fight, then give his takes on the fight. That being said, he also mentioned the backlash he received for stating that Errol Spence haven't proven himself. And he also stated that he didn't mean no harm by it, and he definitely wasn't hating. He was just stating what it was, because Mikey, when he fought Errol Spence, he was moving up 2 weight divisions, or 1 weight division, because he fought at 140 twice. And when he fought Kell Brook was moving down 2 weight divisions, where he broke his eye socket. However, Errol Spence broke his other eye socket. Now, I don't know if they connected some way, somehow. I don't believe it is. And if it is, then, oh well. Kell Brook should retire if that's the case. But back to the topic, Roy basically went back to the old Roy, that raw Roy that we all want to hear. And he basically stated that, yeah, he was right. He hate to say he was right, but he was right. He obviously didn't say that. I'm saying that for him. But at the end of the day, Roy Jones forgot about boxing more than what I know of boxing. Obviously, I'm trying to catch up at the end of the day. But I got a long way to go. I'll probably never get there, but I'm going to get as close as I can. That being said, I'm making this video to apologize to Roy, because I critiqued Roy Jones for claiming that Errol Spence is not proven yet, and he haven't proven himself against the top fighter yet. And I thought at the time that because him beating Kell Brook, and Kell Brook already defeated Shawn Porter, that proved and co-signs Errol Spence as a real champion and as the truth. However, at the end of the day, I stay to be incorrected, because Shawn Porter gave him a harder fight. And obviously, styles do make fights, but my prediction was Errol going to struggle early and then dominate late and stop him late. I was semi-right. The only difference was Errol Spence was looking for the knockout late, but he did not get the knockout. He managed to drop Shawn Porter. However, he didn't knock out Shawn Porter. I had it scored 8-4 in Errol Spence's favor with a knockdown. So Errol was comfortably winning, in my opinion. I believe people was blown out of proportion claiming that Errol Spence lost the fight when he clearly won the fight. That being said, I stayed to being corrected, because he didn't get the knockout, and at the end of the day, Roy Jones was just stating his opinion. He basically stated that he will gauge Errol Spence better after the Shawn Porter fight. So I'm looking forward to what he feels and who won the fight and how he's gauging the Terence versus Errol Spence after that performance in particular. I don't believe it makes that much of a difference. Terence has a different style. However, he does have better footwork and fluid feet compared to Errol Spence. And he has the better hand speed. So I'm looking forward to see what Roy Jones said. And as he stated, he has no reason to hate because he Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot. So obviously the man is as good of a rapper as he is as a boxer. Oh, I take that back. He ain't even close, but he's a good rapper. But when it comes to boxing, he's on another level. So I just wanted to make a public apology because obviously I made a public critique. So I got to eat my crow, but I don't care about none of that because I'm cut for that. However, I was actually responding to the comment section to the fans that were sending me the video claiming Errol Spence is overrated, listen to what Roy said and this and that. So I was more so replying to them. However, I threw Roy Jones' name in there, and that's why I'm apologizing to Roy, and I hope he accepts my apology. Because at the end of the day, Roy Jones could say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants to do because he's Roy Jones. He earned the right to do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants. That being said, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these casual fans. Follow Lunatoon Boxing for the funniest boxing memes. That's my guy. If you're not following Lunatoon, you're missing out on a laugh or two. And follow me at IKTV on Instagram as well. Click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live. And to be continued on the next episode of IKTV. Peace, and we out of here.